What up to the podverse and everybody sleeping in the cloud? Welcome to the Blacklog, where we talk TV, film, music, and sometimes we digress and drink coffee. I'm excited, and I'm wearing purple because we're talking part 2 of album 1999. Let me say hello to my co-host, Ryan. He's wearing a little purple himself, I see.
KB.
Cats and best of. It's
Is that what KB stood for? Never knew. Never knew. Just always KB drugstore to me. That's all. Never knew. KB, bro. I mean, it's not like I was trying to find out what KB. You go ahead. You go ahead and poll. You go ahead and poll Generation X or anybody before and say, "Hey, did you know what KB stood for?"
Yes,
I guarantee.
I bet you Generation X. Yes, they would have known.
They won't. They won't.
In New Orleans, yes. We need to have live in callers right now.
Cats and no.
Yes. Okay, we'll leave it at that. He has purple. Again, we're both wearing purple because we are talking album 2 of Prince's 1982 album titled 1999. You gotta wonder, was he forethinking like, this is gonna be worth something? 17 years from now, I can probably cash in on this, and people gonna really bring this. If my career has failed, people are really gonna give a damn about this album. You know what I mean? It's kind of
like went back and forth on that, but I think now that I just think about Prince, and I think that he did. I think that he said, you know what? I am going to be one of the greatest ever, and 1999 is going to come out in 1999, and I'm going to get paid a whole lot more money for it.
But what if it wasn't? I mean, maybe he was just, what if he doesn't come out? It's kind of like, what if he's Terrence Trent D'Arby and just it kind of becomes something like on the internet, which he doesn't know is going to happen. It's going to be kind of like that whole thing in Back to the Future when everybody says, hey, 2050, it's the year that they went forward to in the future,
Terrence Trent D'Arby, I guarantee, expected to do more than sign your name. Just like Prince expected to do more. It's just the difference is that he actually did more. A lot more.
17 years, man. It's the creativity. Who knows? Okay. You know what? It worked out for him. It really worked out for him. How about that?
Oh, yeah. It did.
Let's just say that. It really worked. It worked out. It really did. It worked out for him. So, it is what it is. Like I said, we've gone through album 1, and we're pretty sure you've watched our episode about album 1 because it's pretty damn good. If you haven't, you need to go check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. It's pretty special. Got a shout out.
Got a couple of clips too on Instagram and TikTok.
And got a shout out from Shannon Sharp. Lie.
I was gonna say, really?
A shout out from Shannon Sharp. Lie.
I was sitting up here like, man, I'm about to go into my phone. I got to see what's going on.
One day soon, I'm going to say, shout out from Shannon Sharp. No lie. But today, lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Album 2 starts off with the song Automatic. Or AUTO-matic. AUTO-matic. This is what makes this album unique. The length of songs. We talked about it last episode. I'm going to say it again. There's 3 songs on here under 5 minutes. Radio play is all about 3 and 4 minute songs. And this man made songs, 11 songs, and 8 of them are over 5 minutes. This one is 9 minutes in 27 seconds.
And I probably can listen to all 9 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yes. Yes.
Even though the tail end of it is just music.
Yeah, but it's with the theme of the song for me. Well, first of all, I think love. I mean, it's the synth pop thing, but I love the music. Automatic to me seems to be about a woman that's playing hard to get, indifference or doubt in their relationship, and Prince is insistent that I'm going to prove that everything is good between us. It's like it's automatic. Do you understand? Like I'm here for you, Prince Rogers Nelson from Minnesota, Minneapolis. I'm here for you, baby. Why do you doubt this? Why do you doubt?
My take on this is kind of like that. They got that video, that little video or GIF or whatever it is from the dude, the dude Drewski.
Man, I've heard that name a lot. I don't know who this dude is.
If you see him, you'll know him. But there's like this little video. He says, "Got him," and that is what I think. She got him. She got him, and she can do whatever she wants with him, and she does not care about his feelings at all. And I kind of look at this as a modern day 80s version of Stevie Wonder's Ass.
Oh, God, no.
Yes.
No. What? Because of the length?
Meaning,
of the length?
No.
It can't be the theme. No.
Really, meaning the concept is the extremes that he describes of how much he basically loves this girl and what he'll do. You know, kind of goes back to the extremes that Stevie Wonder is describing love with these, these impossibilities.
You're driving
the same thing.
But you're describing a love that's two ways. Like one is they're coming together.
I'm not so much looking at them loving each other or anything like that. I'm looking at the fact that in Stevie Wonder's Ass, he was throwing out these things like, the rainbow burns out the stars and all of those things. And he's also throwing out these extremes like I'll rub your back forever. I'll look for a needle in a haystack. Even when I'm right, I'll be wrong. Like it's just automatic. It's automatic.
I get it.
He's literally her puppy, bro. He is literally her puppy.
But when Stevie Wonder, I get it. The extreme thing, I get it, because 8 times 8 times 8 is 4. I get it. And parrots swim and dogs
that's where it ends, though. That's where it ends. Because that's just when I hear the song, okay. I think of Ass because of the extremes. That's all.
Music is interpreted. So yeah, that's what you saw. So that I get it. I just think, like I say, I feel he's trying to prove is like, this is who I'll do it. When the lyric itself, just tell me what to do. It's like, what? Pumpkin spice latte, Victoria's Secret draws, a porcupine. Mm-hmm. I'll bring you a porcupine. What do you want? That's what. I mean, not that I don't think you need a porcupine.
Like I said at the beginning, she got him.
She got him. Okay.
Just like that. She got him.
Well, she definitely has him. But I see the way you say it. I think she's more kind of a little bit narcissistic. I think she's like,
very. Yes,
but
yes.
The young lady I'm seeing in this is just like, I'm doubting us. Like, look, you pull that, you pull that lavender rose out of your ass because in the Dove and stuff, and like, but I'm still I don't want to put my heart out there all the way. I don't want to put my heart out there, and that's why he's trying to convince her, let yourself go with me.
Have you ever been on a hayride?
No. What the hell are you gonna ride a hayride in New Orleans?
Well, when we were in the CYO. Yeah, we were in the CYO. We took this trip to somewhere, and we went for, it's a hayride. Beyond that, that's not the big deal. The big deal was there
That is Peanuts lifestyle. A hayride. I didn't know this. Tell me about this hayride. Talk to me.
I mean, it was something with the CYO, man. The Christian Youth Organization. They took us on a hayride. It wasn't, it was a reason for us to go somewhere, whatever. But the point is that
this is some serious.
But the point is that if you ever just look at a pile of hay, bruh, say, bruh, you go look for a needle in there, bruh.
Well, that makes, it's okay. Yeah, it is very difficult. Yeah, I can see that. I've seen hay.
Difficult. It's possible. Yeah. Bruh, the only way you actually find a needle in a haystack,
I think I've seen hay
is if you stick yourself and you be like, and you look up, you like, oh, ish. And you look up and you're like, man, I got a needle. I found it. I found it because it's stuck in my finger. Like, bruh, finding a needle in a haystack, bruh, is impossible. The only way you're going to find it is by hurting yourself.
I can believe that. I think the way it grinds on is purposefully, and it has these moments. It's like where there's a sign of hope. In the middle, I think they go AUTO-matic. Then they go back. That grinding song.
Very intentional.
Very intentional. And the end.
In fact, the end. Yeah, you go to the end. Go
Jill
for
Marie.
it.
That's Jill Marie Jones. That's the blonde that was in Purple Rain and in this version of the Revolution.
Well, what does she do?
She's singing at the end. She's the girl at the end. The one
what
who's
is she singing?
She's kind of just singing. Not AUTO-matic, but she's the one that's talking, not singing, but talking.
Oh,
yeah, that type of thing. She's talking at the end as it just winds down.
If you want to know how badly Prince was in on this girl, just go towards the end where he starts to repeat all of that stuff again. And when he says, I look for a needle in a haystack, and they start hitting those drums. When they start hitting those drums, bruh, you are like, ooh, it is bad on this dude.
He wants. I believe he wants it. He's like, I'm just trying to let you. He wants it. No doubt. It's like, could you understand me? Like, I'm real about this. Like, God, I'll do Netflix and chill. We ain't gotta do nothing. That type of thing.
And she is like, yeah.
My favorite lyric.
Puppet.
And even when I'm right, I'll be wrong. When I heard that, even when I'm right, I'll be wrong. That's automatic too. I was like, ooh, that's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
I like the, and if you cry, me cry, boo-hoo, it's automatic too.
Yeah.
He hit you with the boo-hoo, bro. The boo-hoo.
With the boo-hoo.
I do say boy.
Up next. Something in the water you drink don't not compute. I swear that subject verb that don't not, it really bothered me. I said it would be doesn't, but I understand the musical thing. This is a song of Prince to me, not you, but me. He's seemingly at wit's end and trying to I think he's at wit's end. It feels he's at wit's end trying to understand multiple women in his life. At this point, I'm so confused. Like, I'm juggling women. And I mean, this dude, this is when he started doing weird stuff like, the doves and bathing in lemon water or whatever the hell he's doing.
What?
He just, Prince was about to go on his, like, I'm about to get different. Like the androgyny thing, we was just
about to.
That.
Right, this dude was in his drawers and with a little fake. I don't even know what kind of hair that was he had going on, bro. And that Dirty Mind album cover, bro.
It was very punk rock. It was just blow dry. It was blow dry, kind of pressed and blow dry. Kind of pressed and blow dry.
It was kind of fluffy. Hey, you remember the cartoon, was it Nancy? Remember Nancy, bro? Remember the little weird looking characters, bro? The little weird kid, bro. That's how the hair was. That's how Prince's hair was. Hey, people, look up Nancy, the cartoon, and when you see the little weird hair, look up Prince Dirty Mind, and I'm telling you, they got the same hair. Nancy.
Nancy had a little afro, man. Nancy was a little white girl.
Was
with
Nancy
afro.
black?
No, it looked like an afro to me, but she was white, and then she had boyfriend Sluggo. I think her boyfriend was named Sluggo.
Her friends were weird too, bro.
Nancy was weird. That wasn't. I didn't even know that cartoon lasted. I didn't even know that comic. That
It
comic
lasted for
strip
years. I think comic strips just lasted for years because why not? Oh, they're not. Nobody's reading them, but hey, it takes up some space. Go ahead and pay.
I still don't even know why Marmaduke is popular. I don't. It's like I'm a big dog. It gets kind of tired after a while. I'm a big dog.
Marmaduke was awful, bro.
I'm a big clumsy dog. It gets kind of tired. Like, wow, we back here again? What is going on?
You know why Marmaduke was tired? Because I think Marmaduke was always like way at the bottom of the page. Like if you didn't look down, you miss it.
But he wasn't a strip. He was just one of them one page, those one square, one panel things. He wasn't.
He
like
was the one square. He was the whack. Like Dennis the Menace was a good one panel. Marmaduke was a bad one panel. They should have put him on the page. They should have put Didn't they put Marmaduke on like the separate pages? Like you find him somewhere in the middle of the editorials or something.
Man, we have digressed. we have digressed a little bit. Yeah, hey man, we are back on something in the water. Don't not compute.
That's like actually one of my top. I think that's probably one of my top 10 songs.
Of all time with Prince.
The only reason I say maybe not, well, top 10 when you take out the slow jams. If you take out the slow jams, I'm thinking that's probably one of my top 10 songs. I love that song all the time.
So you take out Free and International Lover? That's it?
No, I mean all time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I don't have to worry about Adore and
okay. That
Beautiful Ones and Darling Nikki and all that stuff.
I think I love the driving beat. It feels very I don't know what that sketch on Saturday Night Live, Sprockets. It felt very Kraftwerk. I don't. It is. Some people tell me I got great. It was very great.
This is the song. This is why. This is probably the main reason I love this album so much. This song right here, because it was so different.
It was very different. I mean, the whole album was different. But you know what I always want? Let me state this. When they came out with Little Red Corvette, after Billie Jean made its debut on MTV. Then it was like moving Prince. So I thought, man, they're going to start making a lot of videos for this album. I always saw
all on the same stage.
No, but I thought they were going to move away from the stage, and I thought they were going to make I always envisioned a video where they keep going back to him and he's standing in the shadows by a curtain, and all you see is one eye and a flashing lights going by. And you keep hearing, and I always thought it was going to be, and obviously it did not happen. But I really, really thought, I said that'd be really cool. It's like because he was already getting into this stare thing. You know what I mean? Like how Prince be like looking at you like he's crazy and stuff like that. Never met that guy. I tell you, I always told somebody, I said, if I had the chance, I was going to bet him $50 I could stare him down.
Yeah.
Like, look.
When you did this, I'd tell you how, that's why it reminds me of different things. It literally reminded me of my dog Trey. For those of you, but nobody knows. I used to have a dog named Trey as a bulldog, and he would go to the curtains, and he would you know how you got your window and then you got the curtains like the sheer curtains.
Yeah.
He would just go behind them and just sit there with it, just sitting on his face because he wanted. No, because he wanted you to move it.
You should have named him Prince. You should have changed his name to Prince. Just sitting in the shears. Why is that dumb dog just sitting in the shears? Just sitting in the window.
But he would just sit there like this, like, somebody gonna move this? Anybody?
And that's what you felt like. That's something that you kind of felt with time. You start thinking Prince would do something like that. Is Prince in the room? He's just sitting over there in the car like that.
Hello?
Type.
Hello.
Wait.
I actually never said the song. I actually thought the song was he's basically hooked on this woman, but she couldn't care more about him because she couldn't care more about him. In fact, she just saw him as just someone to pass the time by.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
In fact, I can imitate her right now when he comes over. That's it. That's all she got for him. That's all she has for him.
Oh my god! Oh my! I like I said.
What was your favorite lyric? Or did you say it?
Oh, my favorite thing. Bitch, you think you're special. So do I. He says he calls her this horrid name, interrogates her, and then follows behind with these 8 words that kind of makes you kind of like, hold on. Mm-hmm. You think you're special? So do I.
I told you that. That's my favorite. You already knew what mine was. You think you're special? So do I. And it's funny because you look at it that way. The way I see it is, you think you're special? So do I. So do I.
You see it too.
Same context, just different emotions. His emotions are kind of like, from my standpoint, it's like, yep, you got me. So do I.
I mean, you hear a man calling a woman like this in 1982, and it's like,
you think you're special? So do I. Yep.
Whoa. And it's like you're thrown. Like, you feel like she's going to be like, whoa, wait, hold on.
It's all, you know what it's like, bro? And when I just saw this yesterday, man. Good times when JJ moved out to his Patreon.
Oh.
And James' old or ex-former friend, he took money from him or something, and finally James went to his house because that's where JJ was, and they started fussing. He said, "No, I tried to tell you, but you slammed the door in my face." And he said, "Well, now you're in my house." And James said, "You see this? You see this over here? Man took my money and blah, blah, blah. So what you got to say? What you got to say?" "I'm sorry." What you said? He said, "I'm sorry." All those years, bruh. That's all he wanted to say. That's just how I felt with Prince. You think you special? So do I. So do I. It's almost a shame, bruh. Like he's like a scarlet letter. Like, yeah.
I mean, he does. Like, it's like, whoa. I mean, when you hear that, like I say, I heard that. It's like to hear the word. At this point, we ain't got gangster rap, so to hear the word bitch, like, oh, hold on.
Yeah, he did say it too.
It's like that was like, now it's not even jarring. You just keep moving on, But back then, that was like
7-year-old me was like, "Ooh, you heard that?" And then you go back and read the lyrics because you can read. Like, oh, wow.
Because I read. You know, I have a 10-year-old reading capacity at the age of 7.
My fluency was fantastic on that album.
I know what that word. I know it. But you know what? That's the beginning. Wasn't that the beginning of him using numbers and stuff like that? And like shortening word, like instead of you, he would the word you. He used the letter U.
He did. I think it's one of his songs. In fact, yeah, like late. All the critics love you in New York.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he did that. Yeah, that is something in the water. Don't not compute. Great song. It's just don't, man.
I do like that part too. Don't not compute.
Yeah,
hit you with. He really hit you with the darling Nikki scream in that one.
You know what? I do remember your mama coming in the room one time, and she said, "Doesn't compute." I say, "Mom, doesn't compute." She said that. She did that. I remember that. Doesn't compute. What do you mean? Like, come on. All right. It's like, it doesn't. It's not. Don't not. It doesn't compute.
You couldn't say anything around Mama, bro. That's
Our mother was a teacher. Our mother was a teacher. So
weren't. That's weren't.
That's doesn't. It's not right.
That's
She missed the
do
whole.
not. Do not.
She missed the bitch. You know, you're special. So do
Yeah.
I. Wait, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Oh my god.
All she heard was the grammar, bro. Like, wow.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing.
You know
Okay.
what? You know what that reminds me? I told you that time. We had visited. You remember we all visited Lake Charles for the first time when we went to
Yeah.
Houston one year, and we had a good time, bro. At Lake Charles, man.
Mm-hmm.
And God rest his soul, our cousin Butch. I was talking to Dad. Dad was in the bed, and I said, "Dad, when we gonna go? When are we gonna go back to Lake Charles to see?" And I went B word on him, and when I said it, I was like,
You wait. I went to go see.
"Yeah," I said it in saying Butch, bruh. I said I put the I in, bruh, and I was like, I paused because I was like, what did I just say? And I just stood there, bruh, and Dad was there looking at TV.
Thank God for football.
Bruh.
Hey.
I to this day, I think he really heard me, but he went like this. "What'd you say, Ryan?" And I was like, "Oh, Jesus." Oh, God. When are we going to go see Butch?
When are we going to see Butch? Butch.
When I tell you that is exactly what I said to myself. I was like, "Oh, Jesus." In my mind, I was like, "Oh my God, I just got away with murder. Oh my God."
When are we going to see Butch? Butch.
Bro, I thought he was about to kill me, bro. I was like, "Oh my God, did I just say this out loud? How did I get these vowels mixed up?"
I don't know, but you messed up big time on that one. Up next, Free, song 3.
First
Ballad.
time I really listened to it too.
Beautiful. It is when people ask me what is your favorite Prince song, it has always been this song. I've always loved Free. I love the opening heartbeat with the rain and the marching effects.
This was his Purple Rain for 1999.
Okay. Okay. No, I get it. Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, International Love is a totally different theme. It's when you hear the marching. At first, you think it's a military theme. I don't know. It sounds like something about appreciating freedoms, sometimes you think what we have here. But I tell you, could be seen as patriotic through the right or wrong eyes, whichever way. I tell you, for me, I said, did Prince have some kind of like life-changing event, like he was in a car accident or near-death experience? Because this just seems a very contemplative song right here. I mean, with the whole mortality and Jehovah Witness part of it, you know, being a Jehovah Witness. He's also 23, you know. When you're 23, 24, you're trying to live that 20s life. You know what I mean? It's kind of an inner turmoil.
At first, I kind of looked at it right along what my theme of the whole album is kind of the liberated woman. But the more I listen to the song over and over, you know, one thing I kind of looked at, it was in one, like, through his lyrics, it was almost like he was saying it could be worse, could be dealing with Jim Crow and slavery right now.
That no doubt. That's why I like it's.
I mean,
there's no doubt a theme of that.
He specifically said, "Be glad that you are free to change your mind." I wondered if he had been, because you said he had, you know, this was his what, fourth album?
This is his fifth.
Fifth album. His fifth album.
Fifth album since '78. He's done 5 straight albums.
So I'm thinking that maybe he's gone around the world. Maybe, you know, maybe kind of going around the world, and
I can believe
he's
at a
seen
world
some
tour.
things that make him think like, you know what, things could be worse.
Things could be worse. Definitely. A big Prince fan, he made me think about just now. A guy named Joe McGee, graduated '86 from St. Aug. And he says, man, sometimes we don't appreciate what we got here. Big Prince fan. Matter of fact, he just this past summer went up to Paisley Park for, I guess, Prince Day or whatever. So he was there for the whole weekend and stuff like that. So he got a chance to see Paisley Park and stuff like that. But yeah, I was like, man, I always loved this song. My favorite lyric was, "Don't sleep until you're guilty, 'cause sinners all are we." And to me,
That's what I had.
yeah, 'cause that to me was like, he was telling us like, we need to be aware. Don't wake up. You know what I mean? You don't sleep until you find out you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Don't find God until you're in trouble. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
I actually picked that lyric second. And the reason I picked that lyric, because the original lyric I went with, it was more, I'm not trying to get all political, and I don't even feel like it. But I did have my eyes on soldiers are marching, they're writing brand new laws. That was very interesting that he wrote that in 1982.
You got to remember.
He might not have
written it.
He might not have written it. That might have been written in like 1980. Who knows when he wrote the song?
But
he might have written the song a long time ago.
This is mid Ronald Reagan's first administration. Let's face it, the Cold War was a real thing. We were made to believe that Russia, made
Ain't no made to believe.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, Russia had, that, they are the enemy, plain and simple. So,
hey man, we had Drago.
Oh God, Drago from Rocky IV. No, he's not even around just yet.
He's not. He was out the year before you graduated, because your actual graduation, I somehow begged and convinced your parents to pay $5 for pay-per-view to rent to get Rocky IV. And I recorded it all night while we went to your graduation.
You hadn't seen it in the theater?
I did.
Okay.
While you were excited about graduating, all I could think about was, when are we getting home so I could see Drago and Rocky? I could care less about graduation for the class of 85. Can I please get me some Drago and Rocky on?
You know what? I wanted to watch the Brady Bunch tonight. Your mama got a master's degree. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, things happen. That's a longer story for another time. But yeah, I definitely understand. No complaints. But like I say, I've always, like people say, it's like when I would say Free, people would have to think sometimes. I was like, you don't remember Free? And I was like, it's one of the best songs he's ever had.
I never took the time to listen to it until we did this.
Wow. 2024. Well, I'm glad you found it. How about that?
As soon as I listened, the first time I listened to it, I was like, this is what I thought. And then as I was listening to it, I was like, I kind of like this song. Then I listened to it again. I hit add to playlist.
Wow. Okay.
And I hit add to workout playlist, which takes a lot.
Wow. It made your.
I made a decision.
It made the Ryan email workout playlist. Yeah. So when I'm in that last little bit and I hear Free, I'm gonna full power. Yeah. Before we go any further, I'd like to remind you that the Blacklog is brought to you by Fade to Black Funeral Homes. Death is a part of life, so put life in your loved one's death. Fade to Black Funeral Homes with t-shirt printing, tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved ones. Fade to Black. Side 4, I guess. This is side 4. Second longest song on the whole album. Lady Cab Driver. To me, this is nothing but a hot once-off tryst between Prince and some kind of exotic woman. Would he have it any other way? Probably not. And he describes her as Lady Cab Driver. Prince has always been a fan of the female voice. And I felt like when he was singing this song, he was trying to sing it in a falsetto, similar to a woman. Because at this moment in time, while lady cab drivers are pretty common nowadays, I think at 82, if you said lady cab driver, you're thinking about a woman holding the job by some dude with meat hook hands and a cigar chump, a half a burnt cigar hanging out of his mouth. So yeah, it's combining of feminine and masculine. That's why I think that's all. That's my perception of it. And I love the flute all the way through. I love the flute. That flute is just banging. So, dun, 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 dun. So,
did I ever tell you that I wanted to be a cab driver after I saw DC Cab? Mr. T.
Can I say something? The way you said that was like, what's the damn movie Airplane? You ever seen a grown man naked, Billy? I'm gonna tell you, I wanted to be. That's the way you delivered that. He said, "I'm gonna tell you how I wanted to be a kid driver." That's the way you delivered that. You ever seen a grown man naked, Billy? That's the way you delivered that. But continue, because this story, your story is even better, that you were influenced by Mr. T.
Hey man, Mr. T and
a young Bill Maher. Oh yeah,
I forgot about that. He was in the movie.
Yes.
And a young well, everybody know who was Quaid's brother's name? Because Randy Quaid was the one in the vacation movies.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Dennis Quaid? He wasn't in this movie.
Whatever Quaid this is, he was the dude who played in The Bodyguard or My Bodyguard.
He wasn't a Quaid, but I know what you're talking about. That's not a Quaid. That is not a Quaid.
He's not?
Dennis, he's not a Quaid, but I know who you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, back to Lady Cab Driver. You described I think you described Let's Pretend We're Married as kind of, I need to wash this whatever off of me to get to get back to normal. That's how I saw Lady Cab Driver. I saw Lady Cab Driver just like what you saw Let's Pretend We're Married to be.
I can see that.
It was kind of a fun little song though. It was like, Lady Cab Driver.
I truly think that he sang it. I mean, he already has a falsetto voice, but he was singing very light and airy, like he was trying to be.
It was a real fun song.
It was. It was a fun song. I mean, I always did like it, but I love.
It was kind of like he was like, "Help me forget what I just went through."
Help me get naked in this back seat and make me forget everything that she took my microwave and she stole my bike. Just everything. Please help me get this off me. I hate her. Better. I hate her so bad. Yeah, I get it. I definitely
It's like he was skipping to my lube, bro, through the aisles of Toys R Us, bro. Like,
I mean, but some of your best songs the best songs about the worst themes are always fun. Hey Ya is the most fun song ever, and it's basically about a horrible breakup. Mm-hmm. It's about like this family doesn't work. Hey Ya is just nothing but fun, but it's a horrid theme. So yeah, so I get it. I mean, I think that is the beauty of musicians when they can take a horrible theme and make it danceable. That is just like my mama. I never want to find out that I'm dancing to somebody talking about their mother dying, but that's just like, oh my God, we're dancing about. That's not good. I have always. But like at the end he goes on this rant. he goes on this rant.
Yeah, that was back in 1982. It was like 2024. You're like,
yeah. But he goes on this rant, which is basically with every I guess gyration that's going on in the back seat. He has something to say about every.
I'm pretty sure in 1982 everybody was like,
"Oh,
in 2020." But in 2024 they're like,
"What?" It's okay. But in 1982, let me tell you something. It's like, it's like
I remember. I was like,
the fact that he's just saying this is for the, and it's like, oh my God, really? Like this is on the radio? Like you don't want to be.
They play Lady Cab Drive on the radio?
I've heard on the radio late at night. That's one thing you don't want to be. Like late after midnight, they'll drop it. But you don't want. No, you don't want to be in the car with mama or dad. What is that? What is that?
The radio station definitely didn't want the FCC to catch them.
Yeah, but I heard it. I heard it like after midnight, that type of thing. I guess honorable mention in there was like, this is for the rich, not all of them, just the greedy, the ones that don't know how to give. I think
Well, that's your lyric?
No, that's not my lyric, but that lyric, I think he wrote that because I think indeed he realized as he was writing something, he's like, hey, I'm pretty rich.
I'm pretty. Well, but he's saying I'm pretty rich, but he's also the one saying that out loud.
Huh? No, I understand it, but he's like, this is for the rich. Oh, hold on. Not all of them. Just the greedy, because I'm not one of those. But if I have to say anything, my favorite, and I know it might be on point, is in the rant. This is for Yosemite Sam and the tourists at Disneyland. That is my favorite.
I do remember it, and I was like, wow.
And let me state, it's my favorite, but it also bothers me to some degree because Yosemite Sam is not a copyrighted character of the Walt Disney Corporation. And it just always got to me. And let me tell you, I tried to say, well, is there some other 5-syllable person they could have put in like to replace Yosemite Sam. And I looked through all the characters before 1982, and the closest they had was Cruella DeVille. It doesn't work. It doesn't. It doesn't work at all. This is for Cruella DeVille and the people at Disneyland.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
You
So
know,
stick with-
speaking of Yosemite Sam, do you know that if someone were to ask me between, I guess that would have been 79 through 85, I guess, 84. If somebody were to say Saturday morning cartoons, what came on during, what came on the other stations when Looney Tunes was on? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Nothing.
That sucker was on 90 minutes. All 90. And I watched 1 hour and a half of Looney Tunes.
And it would probably repeat half
Oh, they
of
would
them
repeat?
from the same weeks, and I'm watching the same thing over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My lyric, I guess I'm got digressed, but I kind of go off script like that. Mine was, help me girl, I'm drowning, mass confusion in my head, will you accept my tears to pay the fare? Wow.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good right there. That's pretty intense right there. It's definitely more intense by Yosemite Sam, but I just have a personal thing with Yosemite Sam at Disneyland. So, but I like yours. I like yours. I ain't gonna. That's pretty. How that overlooked that, I think, like I said, I think I'm biased, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good right there. I'm not gonna lie. And I always thought, again, I was in a visual thing, which I guess is why I worked in entertainment. I was thinking, I was like, ooh, I love the way the music falls out as it ends. Like instruments just start falling out and he's left with the guitar. And I always envision some kind of video where it's just him playing the guitar and walking off into the distance. Again, that video didn't work because they just did those 2 videos on that one
Somebody
scene.
has a song where somebody has a song now that, not now, because the song is still kind of old, where the music, that, you know what? It's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has this, I can't even remember the name of the song, but he has this song where somewhere in the lyrics he says about, I'll never fade away, I'll never fade away. And then as he's rapping, literally the song's, he starts to fade out.
Oh, wow. Like that.
It's a very good song. I mean, I think it's an old song. It's an old song, but old song compared to now. But he literally says, "I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away," and then as he keeps rapping, he starts to fade away. It's genius.
It is.
You gotta hear it.
You love when you can hear layers to artistry.
He makes sure he's very intentional about it. He's like, I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away. And you're like, yeah.
He's very intentional.
And then you start listening. You're like, man, I think something wrong with my headphones. No, it's not. He's really fading away.
I mean, it's when someone is intentional with it, with the art, it makes it very, very good. That fade thing is pretty cool. I know, I'm trying to think. Prince did something, and I forgot. Can't remember off the top of my head. But it's not on this album. It was not on this album. I wish I could. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I just like to see things like that. That's real cool, and it's like, oh, okay, you're totally like it's your stuff is layered. It's just not some generic song you're throwing at me. It's like things that, like right now, we're talking about a piece of art that's 40 years later. It's like, oh, wait, you know what I mean? That type of thing. Like,
Oh, yeah, I guess it is, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about a 40-year-old piece of work and stuff like that. Up next, All the Critics Love You in New York.
Yeah, you could have that one.
Wow. I love it. It was,
I wouldn't say I love it, but I would not say I liked it.
not to say it's pop. It's
No,
a
well, I'm
new-
sorry. Let me back it up. I definitely would not say I loved it, and I probably would say I don't like it.
Okay. The music to me was hard. It's a hardcore new wave sound, and it sounded like the city he was talking about. It sounded like New York, and in New York he was talking about. Oh, so this is the man from Minneapolis, homebody and stuff like that, and he's not from New York City. In New York City, the theme is this title is kind of perfect because New York critics seem to feel like they just want to hate. Like hate is what we do. We want to tear you down. We're not looking to build you up. We want to find something wrong. Like you could have this perfect piece of weight, but what about this? That type of thing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And that's when
That sounds about right.
I felt he was just like, and being that he has traveled the world, he's done 4 albums. That means he's been. This is a man who insisted all the time that he recorded in Minneapolis. He never really recorded that much, to my knowledge. So when he goes to New York, he is not, fooled by New York. That type of thing. Everybody can. I think when you hear the lyrics, it's like you can dance if you want to. All the critics love you in New York because if you just carry yourself in a certain manner, whatever you're saying, you're gonna get over. Kind of like fake it. It's basically kind of fake it till you make it. That type of thing. Dance if you want. All the critics love you in New York. If somebody says, "Did you hear?" It's like going back to Looney Tunes. Leopold.
Leopold.
That's what it feels like in New York. It's like, did you hear that Sebastian Bacardi said he loves the new artwork by Andy Warhol? That's another thing. Like Andy Warhol, he's a perfect example. I know he's supposedly this groundbreaking artist, but I will never forget when I first learned of him, and I remember it was in school, elementary school. They showed us this picture of what he had done. It was pop art, and it was a Campbell soup can that he made 4 copies of. It was just like 4 squares with a Campbell soup can, and he made them different colors. And I kept saying, "It's a Campbell soup can."
That's
It's a Campbell soup. I don't get it. And it's like, this isn't, I don't know. Like, I think I could have done that. And at that point in time, I was drawing a lot too. I was like, I don't know how this is art. I don't get it. And he has all these paintings. He has a painting of Muhammad Ali, Marilyn Monroe, a banana. Just colored them. I was like, I don't get it. Why? Why?
That dude said, I got coloring books too, bro. Good color.
It just didn't make a hair of sense to me. Like, why? It's like, this is so. When I hear that song, that's why I always dug it. I always dug it. It's like he was basically talking about, yeah, they just all like, you walk in the room, Prince, we love you. If they had heard that his new album was great, we heard about the new album, Prince. We heard it's great. They haven't even heard it.
That was basically the back then, that was the kind of the stereotype of the people who work, the critics in New York.
I don't know if it's a stereotype.
I mean the we love you.
On that point, yeah, it's like, oh, Prince, welcome.
You sound like that lady from what was Robert Townsend's movie? Hollywood Shuffle.
Who?
Hollywood Shuffle. You sound like
I don't.
that when they were trying to tell him, like, we need you to speak black. We need you to act black. We need you to buck your eyes. Can you make your lips bigger?
Buck. Better. Just yeah.
We need you to be blacker. We need you to shift your hips more.
We stop. Back to the song. My favorite lyric. It's time for new direction. It's time for jazz to die. 4th day of November. We need a purple high. It's nonsense, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing. And I actually looked at that lyric several times trying to force it, but all I was doing was taking a square block and forcing it around. Oh, there was nothing about that song that was
Wow.
that I liked.
We're hating.
I kind of like the "All the Critics Love You" in New York. I mean, that was kind of catchy. But other than that, yeah, you can turn my hate meter on.
The Prince fans will be emailing Ryan emails. We of the Prince Society have an issue. Take issue with you.
You think I burn those bridges, bro? Flame on! That's what your boy. That's what your boy, the Human Torch, used to say. Flame on!
Hey man, the Prince fans are the first. They're the beehive. They're the beehive before the beehive. Let's not upset them.
Hey, I went for the Prince fans, and you went after the backyardigans.
Don't start that again. Don't. You know what? On to the next and the finale of this wonderful opus of Prince. International Lover. This is a song written for that special night with a special woman. I'm not talking Netflix and chill, baby. This is we going out to dinner and we coming back and the walls gonna sweat and gonna be shamed and be covering their eyes cause boom. It's about to go down. It is about to go down. This is a belly rubbing, slow dragging song, right?
Who was your boy, bro? Your boy, from we got some live wires from Detroit. Oh, Sanford and Son, man. Rollo. We got some live wires from Detroit. He said maybe Lamont said, maybe we can we can dance. You mean the old belly rubbing kind?
Belly rubbing, slow dragging music, man. Slow drag. Hello, would you like to slow?
Would you like to dance? You mean the belly rubbing kind? That's how she said it.
I remember doing that at
we got two live wires from Detroit, man.
I remember doing that at a party one time. Would you like to slow drag? It's just horrible, bro.
I wish she would have said, "The old belly rubbing kind."
Now, would you like to dance? Would you like to slow drag? It just comes across as just.
Hey, bro, that is a top 10 line anywhere, bro.
Would you like? Oh man!
And when she said she went like that,
No, she did that, but it wasn't really a slow drag. It was a slow drag, but it's like I can't believe I said that. Would you like to slow drag? Prince uses the metaphor, analogy, whatever you want to call it, of a plane ride.
Oh yeah.
And it's unique. I mean, Prince was ahead of his time, so he was always doing stuff that's like, whoa, what are you talking about? Because I don't think the plane's ever been used better in the song. How about that as a metaphor? It's never been used better.
I mean, the song. I like the song. I can't put it in my personal top 10 of Prince's slow jams.
That's because he's That's because he's had more. But if you at that moment in time, you'd be like, whoa. It was
cool to me. And to this day, it's still cool to me. I mean, it's his analogies and metaphors and all of that stuff. It's nice, but you know,
I mean,
if International Lover wasn't played again, I wouldn't think too much about it.
Understood. I mean, no, it's not one that's talked about in the top 10, but in the moment, I mean, at this moment, and this is the thing, we're a year and a half away from it being eclipsed by Purple Rain. It's a year away from being
that Joker. Like I said last one.
No.
1999 is my favorite album, but Purple Rain is the better album overall. If I went song for song, if you went verses, that type of deal, I'm going to come away with more on Purple Rain than I would on 1999.
I definitely got to admit, the music, the movie helps, but it is good. It's great. Let's face it, when you hear something like "Let's Go Crazy" and that opening, you kind of, because the first time I ever heard "Let's Go Crazy," because I don't want to. I'll just say quickly. First time I ever heard "Let's Go Crazy," he plays a guitar solo. That's the first time I ever heard a guitar solo. Because every time, at least two times within that guitar solo, I thought the song was over with, and he just kept going. And he kept going. It was pretty amazing. So
greatest intro to a movie ever. Ever. Greatest intro to a movie ever.
I have to think I definitely think he'd be top 10, no doubt. I can't say
top 3, and it's not 3 or 2.
Strong words. I mean,
and this is coming from somebody who loves looking at, your boy standing there with his mask and putting it on his face, the Joker, the Dark Knight. This is somebody who loved the intro to The Dark Knight Rises, who a lot, for whatever reason, people didn't like. But there are a lot of movies out there, I'm sure, that have great intros, but that's
never seen Goodfellas. You never seen Goodfellas? Okay,
not bad. The intro, bro.
Never seen Goodfellas. Okay,
the best intro and setup of almost every character in the movie, bro. Like, you literally understood every character within Let's Go Crazy.
I'll have to go review that again. Maybe another day here on the day here on the Blacklog. I don't know. Woo, the greatest intro ever. Woo. The biggest thing about this, it was the flight instruction must have been the sexiest, lustiest flight instruction ever. At this point, have we flown in an airplane ever?
82? When did we go to visit?
Okay, maybe we did. We've been once. So we've seen.
When did Superman 2 come out?
81, 80 maybe.
Then we had already gone, because I had this fire Superman 2 shirt. All it had was Superman 2 across the front. But it was fire.
Okay.
I love my t-shirts.
Okay, definitely fire. I mean, I'm not going to take the fire away from you. No, okay, I'm not going to take that away from you.
Somebody listening, like, slow down with the t-shirts, bro.
I don't even know. Like, when I read these, I had to print them out. When Prince goes into this thing, he's like, it is not the way he read it. Of course. Good evening. This is your pilot, Prince, speaking. You're flying aboard this.
It's definitely not how we read it.
The Seduction 747. This plane is fully equipped with anything your body desires. If for any reason there is a loss in cabin pressure, I will automatically drop down to apply more. To activate the flow of excitement, extinguish all clothing
Bro,
materials.
that dude said that he will drop down, bro. Bro, he said he will literally drop down from the ceiling, bro.
That's what he said, though. I will automatically drop down to apply more. To activate the flow of excitement. The flow of excitement. I don't even know what that flow is, but I don't even want to touch it. Extinguish all clothing.
Do you know how ridiculous that must be, bro, for somebody to just drop out the top?
I mean,
bro.
I mean, he's small enough to be stored up in one of them little things, but I mean, still, it's still pretty foolish to fall down, you know. But you know what? If somebody were to fall or drop down from it, it would be Prince, and he would be staring right at you. He would come down and be staring right at you.
It would be like a cat, bro. You know, cats always land on their feet.
Yeah,
Somehow he would just land on his feet, bro.
He's definitely like a cat. In the event there is overexcitement, your seat cushion may be used as a flotation device. Everybody loved that line right there.
That's your lyric?
No, it's not my lyric. But everybody, that's the one that, I mean, just everybody talked about their flotation device thing. Then he goes on to
that seems very HR-ish.
You think? We ask that you please observe the no letting go sign. I anticipate a few turbulence along the way. We're now making our final approach to satisfaction. This is when he just starts going off and just, and he's just like, please bring your lips, your arms, your hips into the upright and locked position for landing. Then it's like, can you feel it? Can you feel it? And he's just whining. Welcome to satisfaction. I mean, basically, he's liking it to the sexual encounter winding up.
Very, very explicit.
For 82. For 82, extremely. For 82 is extremely. For 2024, Ice Spice is like, what? What? Talking Pound Town? Let what? My favorite lyric, and I don't even know if it's him singing or if it's Des Dickerson singing, but their tag team is, and it's right when it starts to wind up. Come on, baby, I won't fly too fast. I've got so much, and he starts there screaming, and it's off the chain. But I don't know if it's him.
Man, I'm out of there. There it is.
I'm not sure. It sounds like him and Des Dickerson, but I think it's pretty much because a lot of people, the people that I talked about, I think in the last episode about members of the Revolution, a lot of people were on this song. A lot of people, so I think he might have been in that. But yeah, that's my favorite lyric right there. So. And you?
Wait. You mean everything that you just read was your favorite lyric?
Come on, baby. I won't fly too fast. I got so much gas.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. No. I thought you were about to say that everything you read from when he started, with the turbulence and everything.
No.
Oh. Mine was, my plane's parked right outside, baby.
Don't you want to go?
That is nope. My plane's parked right outside, baby. That's it. Stop right there. The arrogance of someone to say, hey, my plane is parked right outside.
Makes sense.
You talk about what they call it? Oh, man.
I understand, but there's no what you call it. There's no I would like to know where the what is it? The aviation board has to say about something like that. How'd you bring this plane into my neighborhood? You know, I mean, just saying. I know John Travolta lives in the neighborhood like that, but it is impressive. It is definitely impressive to say.
I'm thinking they're at the airport, and she thinks, oh, we're going on a plane ride somewhere. Nah. My plane is parked right outside, baby.
Do you think she's
You
just
talk about a flex.
do
That
you-
is flex squared times 3.
no doubt she's excited, but do you think she's concerned? Are you a licensed pilot? I'm just asking. Like, do you think there's any concern about that?
No, not at
No,
all.
because
She probably is. Hey, he must have his own. He must have his own pilot.
no concern. Aviation board, no pilots,
None of that stuff.
nothing.
It's 1982. Who cares? Hey, let me tell y'all. Anybody out there? The 80s was the 80s.
I'm gonna tell you, like your mother said, the '80s were.
Yeah, I was about to say the 80s were a mess. It was fun, but it was a mess.
You know, I mean, what made it a mess? Bad grammar or crack? What were we? What we go? What made it? What,
I'm cool with the bad grammar. I will leave the crack to the whoever else.
just say. I mean, yeah, Apple starting. We got that. The hip hop, a lot going on. So
You know, while we're sitting right here, I'm realizing that, and maybe I heard this before. That might be why we are probably, Generation X is the most interesting generation because we've literally seen everything.
yeah, we've literally seen things go from the
We saw-
45 record.
Yeah, we saw records, we saw the 8-track, we saw the tape, we saw the CD, we saw the downloads, we saw the black and white TV, the color TV, the big box color TV, the big butt color TV, the small color TV,
Flat screen.
the flat
Big-
screen,
the
the big butt flat screen TV, the very thin flat screen.
The remote control.
Can't forget HD.
Blu-ray, 4K, the DVD. We saw VHS.
I never forget when we got
Home
out.
entertainment was not a thing when you were alive. Remember that. When you were born, home entertainment, you watched the TV show, and if you missed it, you missed it.
Hey, I will say every time, the greatest Christmas that I have ever participated in my life was the year that we got the Atari 2600, in which I had no clue that there was a possibility that you could play video games at your house.
Disclaimer to Ryan's better half. He's talking about his single life. The best Christmas I've ever had. Disclaimer.
Oh, yes, obviously.
But by no
As a
means.
child?
By no means.
As a child, bro, let me tell you something. And then we get Atari like 2 years after it was it wasn't like 2 years after it was.
We got everything. We got everything after it was popular. We got cable TV. I used to have to ask people about Triller. So what is it?
All I know is that I saw you fooling around with the box. I'm like, man, what is that? Next thing you know, you see Dad putting it on the TV. Like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, you see 3 men on one side, 3 men on another side with a quarterback. Oh my God! Oh yeah, that was the first thing. Pac-Man. You're like, at that moment, I was like, oh my Lord, we have video games in my house. Who knew? What glorious company has brought this upon us? Who has blessed us with this?
Atari. Atari has brought you this. Yes, it has. Yes.
You push the cartridge in and just flip on.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
Incredible. And this episode, both parts have been incredible. It's been incredible talking about the purple one. We can't thank you all for tuning in enough to, as always. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, this excitement is posted just for you. You know what I mean?
And usually on Saturdays is when you'll probably get like clips from the upcoming show on TikTok and Instagram.
Definitely. Look for the Blacklog on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We're there.
Mm-hmm.
We're there. We're everywhere. So until next week, from the Blacklog, my name is Rod.
And I'm Ryan. I did it on purpose because he wants me to get more excited.
He did that on purpose. Till next week, out.